Semi Junior from Barcelona, Spain, number 10, John Rodriguez.
Back here in Las Vegas as UNLV and Boise State about set to get started here from the Cox Pavilion. Tyler Bischoff and Mark Wasik here on the Mountain West Network. Boise State comes in 9-5 in the Mountain West. A win will clinch them a first-round bye in the Mountain West tournament. UNLV, on the other hand, at 7-8, a half game out of the 5th seed, which would be a first-round bye in that Mountain West tournament, which is in the middle of March, or I guess early March. March 7th is when that tournament starts here in Las Vegas. But Mark, you asked me about this pregame. If you're UNLV, you get the 5 seed. You do get a first-round bye, but if you win your first game, your semifinal game would be against Colorado State, who is obviously the class of the conference. If you're the 6th seed, you do have to play an extra game, but you stay out of Colorado State's half of the bracket. So the preference there, I guess it depends on, do you want to avoid Colorado State as long as possible, or do you want to play as few games as possible?
Well, there's obviously 2 schools of thought there. One, which I subscribe to, I think you want to avoid playing as many games as possible, especially with the short roster UNLV has. You know, get more rest, play fewer games, and if you have to play Colorado State in the second game, well, chances are you're going to have to play them at some point eventually anyway. Why not get them out of the way early? So if you're going to have to play them at some point, go the route where you play the less games. That would be my philosophy. The
women have had their depth issues all year, but somehow they're deeper than the UNLV men's basketball team right now, who might not have any chance of playing 4 games in 4 days come Mountain West tournament time. But starting lineup is being announced. It'll be the regular starters for both of these teams. UNLV going with Amy Calloway and Allie Rohde up front. Dakota Gonzalez at the 3, Nikki Wheatley, your point guard, and Brooke Johnson alongside her in the backcourt. For Boise State, they've started the same lineup in every game but one this season. Jai Rodriguez, your starting point guard. Brooke Palakoa, the leading scorer at 15 points a game, along with the freshman Marta Ermita. Mikkel Askew is the center, and Shay Shaw rounds out the starting 5 for the Broncos. Boise State comes in on a 3-game losing streak. They lost to Colorado State, then they went to Wyoming and lost there, then lost a home game to New Mexico. And all 3 of those losses not pretty, an average of 22 points that Boise State has been beaten in their last 3 games. And they had an 8-game winning streak prior to that. But for UNLV, lost 4 of their last 5, and coming off one of the more difficult losses of the season in Reno.
There's no doubt about that. In fact, I think you could say it's one of the most difficult losses of Kathy Olivier's, at least career at UNLV. 11-point lead in the 4th quarter, and then the team just did not close it out. Some things did not go the way the Lady Rebels wanted, but they did not respond well when the pressure started to turn against them. Let's see, you don't want to see a repeat of that today. If they happen to fall behind, are they going to all of a sudden not perform, not step again, or are they going to fight back? So let's see what kind of fight the Lady Rebels have in them tonight.
We are underway as Nikki Wheatley goes up and grabs that over Ermita. And UNLV will get a first crack at scoring. Here's Dakota Gonzalez, leads the team in scoring. She and Brooke Johnson, top 2 scorers for this team. Zone defense for the Broncos. Gonzalez drives left. Shot clock down to 4. Nikki Wheatley put up a fall-away shot, no good, and Ermita has the rebound. Ermita, the freshman from Spain, overthrew Askew, and that'll go out of play for a turnover.
Now, one key to the Broncos' victory the first time around, they shot very well in the first quarter. Shot, I believe, over 60%, knocked down several outside shots. UV is going to have to watch that on defense, but that was a good job forcing the turnover on that possession.
One of the best defenses in the conference against one of the best offenses. UNLV giving up just 58.5 points per game. That's second. Boise State scoring nearly 69 a game, 3rd best in the Mountain West. Dakota Gonzalez knocks down the 3, and nice movement there from Brooke Johnson to Nikki Wheatley to finally find Dakota for the open shot. Here is Shaylin Shaw from Reno, Nevada. Sophomore for Boise State. Ermita will take a three from the corner, and she has an answer. Ermita shooting 29% from three this year, has taken now 105 threes on the year, second most on the team behind Brooke Pawakoa. Broncos staying in the 2-3 zone. Rhodey, a nice pass inside, and Amy Calloway off the backboard, and a beautiful high-low set there between the UNLV post players. Here's Brooke Pawakoa in the corner. Shaw will get a look for three, and Shay Shaw knocks one down, so the Broncos have threes on back-to-back possessions from the same corner.
Boise State's a team that can get hot from outside. UNLV cannot lose anyone on the outside.
Calloway now at the free throw line. Dakota Gonzalez looking for an answer. A little too strong, and the Broncos have the rebound. Ermita going straight to the rim, and she won't finish. Rebound to Calloway. Here's Wheatley with it now. Johnson left alone for three, and Brooke Johnson puts it home. So each team, having hit 2 threes already in this first quarter, just now have played 3 minutes. Pawakoa guarded by Johnson. Rodriguez comes off the screen. Shaw left alone. And that goes down. 3 threes for Boise State as Shay Shaw has hit 2. Broncos staying in the zone despite having given up a couple open threes. Rhodey again fired one into Calloway, but way too strong, and it's a turnover for UNLV.
Was a good look by Rhodey. Had Amy Calloway open beneath. Just a little too much strength on that pass.
Rodriguez, double team coming from Calloway. She gets it up. Askew left alone under the basket, and the rotation wasn't there behind the double team for UNLV. Normally that trap from Amy Calloway is very effective, but one of the few times you'll see UNLV get burnt for a wide open layup. Johnson with it in the corner. Allie Rhodey. Rhodey going at Pawakoa, draws the foul, and she'll go to the free throw line. Brooke Pawakoa just at 5'7" there, trying to defend the 6'4" Allie Rhodey.
A little bit of a mismatch there, and Allie was able to take advantage of it, and fortunately get the ball to fall in. Now at the line, trying to convert the three-point play and tie this game up.
Rhodey knocks it down to convert the three-point play. We are tied at 11. Rodriguez, junior from Barcelona, Spain, 2 players from Spain in this starting lineup for Boise State. Shaw trying to go high-low. Askew, a tough catch and a nice finish off the glass. Mikkel Askew has 4 points now for the Broncos. Two-three zone becoming a little bit more extended. Wheatley kicks it out. Here's Calloway, a look from 3, no good. Long rebound as last touched by the Broncos, so that'll stay with UNLV, and we'll have our first substitution as Ella Fotu, freshman from New Zealand, will check in for Brooke Pawakoa. Boise State won the first matchup between these two teams, 75-56 in Boise. Rhodey, another turnover, trying to find Calloway on that high-low. Here's Shaw guarded by Calloway. Jai Rodriguez, spin move in the lane, and she's going to draw a foul there on Brooke Johnson. So Johnson will be whistled for her first of the day for UNLV, and that will take us to a timeout. 13-11, Boise State in front. Back here at the Cox Pavilion, Shea Shaw, another nice pass to Askew, and Mikkel Askew with 6 points for Boise State. Johnson quickly the other way, scoop shot will fall. Sophomore guard Brooke Johnson now has 5 points for UNLV.
The Rebels are 5 of 8 tonight, 62%, but they've let Boise score on every single one except one possession. They need to get a couple stops if they want to stay in this game.
Fotu gets in the lane, but she traveled. So that will be another Boise State turnover, just their second. This Bronco team won the Mountain West tournament last year as the 4 seed. They would be the 3 seed if the tournament started today. It's Callaway to Johnson, another 3 from Brooke, and another one goes down. Brooke Johnson has 8 first quarter points. Sophomore averaging 13 a game, second best on the team. And we're gonna see 2 changes here for Boise State. Ermita comes off the screen, driving in. Jai Rodriguez, point guard, can't knock it down. And UNLV will push it back the other way. Wheatley to the block. Got in the air, had nowhere to go, but fortunately Ali Rohde was there to run it down. Wheatley, and we're going to have a travel called against Nikki Wheatley. So Brooke Pawakoa is back in, as is Lexi Dare. Dare returned to the court on February 3rd against Utah State. It was her first appearance since February of 2014, as she missed basically 2 years. But the senior is back and here for the final push for Boise State. Askew left alone again, way too strong, and Rohde came recovering back to grab the rebound. Johnson, pass inside for Jordan Bell, and the freshman who just checked in has an easy bucket.
Jordan Bell's been coming on strong as of late, has averaged about 6 points the last 4 or 5 games. Came up big there on that play.
Ermita guarded by Gonzalez. Shea Shaw with it. And that's going to be a turnover. Ermita started to cut, and Shaw threw it behind her. So Wheatley on the bench has Johnson running the point. Dylan Gonzalez catches on the back door. Rohde can't quite finish, gets it back. No good again, and Dylan Gonzalez chases this one down. Gonzalez from the corner. And that'll rattle home. Dakota Gonzalez from Brooke Johnson. Johnson to go along with those 8 points, 3 assists in the first quarter. That ball tipped up. It's another Boise State turnover, and UNLV with a 6-point lead will look to add to it. That ball knocked away though. Pawakoa runs it down. Gonna look to go right at Jordan Bell. A jump stop. Shaw from 3, and that's short. Ali Rohde ran the floor. Pawakoa was there to intercept.
Little sloppy play the last couple possessions, but UNLV still out to the 6-point lead. It looks like another turnover now by the Broncos. UNLV's defense has gotten in their heads a little bit this quarter.
That'll be the 5th turnover for Boise State. UNLV also at 5 turnovers. But each team shooting over 60% from the floor. So it's pretty much either been a ball thrown out of bounds or a made basket each time down the floor. Gonzalez off the screen from Bell, was left alone but didn't take the shot. Ali Rohde on the block, right back to Dylan, and Dylan Gonzalez finishes at the rim. 23 points here in the first quarter for UNLV. Wheatley picking up Rodriguez. Shaw catches at the wing. Two players coming there to take the handoff. Rodriguez took it, shot clock down to 9. Looking for the screen, throws it back inside, and Vanderschaft scores. Marika Vanderschaft, redshirt freshman from Washington, puts that one in off the glass just before the shot clock expired.
7-second difference in the shot clock and game clock. Let's see if they hold for the last shot or just work for the first one they get.
Johnson, a crossover inside, way too strong, and that tip last by Ali Rhodey. 21 seconds to go in the quarter. Paris Strother is in for Bell, and Amy Calloway checks in for Ali Rhodey, as Boise State will be able to hold for the final shot. It is a 12-2 run for UNLV. Rodriguez, clock down to 8. Lexi Dare, short on the jumper. Pawakoa the rebound. Shea Shaw from the corner, can't hit it, and that will end the first quarter. So Boise State shot it early, got a second chance, still couldn't put it home. UNLV a 6-point lead after 10 minutes. Back here in Las Vegas, 23-17, your score after one. Brooke Johnson, 8 points and 3 assists in that first quarter. And also defensively, she's drawn the assignment of Brooke Pawakoa, the leading scorer. Pawakoa has yet to get a shot off, as UNLV now into a zone defense for the first time today. Here is Pawakoa, stripped by Johnson. Johnson with Shaw racing back, will finish off the glass. Already double figures here for Brooke Johnson. Pawakoa quickly back the other way. Her first shot, a layup, no good, and Strother has the board. Nikki Wheatley does not have numbers. Broncos in a man defense. Dylan Gonzalez, crossover, had it knocked away. Callaway will come up with that. Wheatley drives in. Wheatley off the backboard. Strother an offensive board, and she draws the foul. And that is going to go against Lexi Dare.
We're seeing the Lady Rebel freshman stepping up early so far. Jordan Bell with the layup in the first quarter, and now Paris Strother with that offense rebound at the line, looking to add points to UNLV's lead.
Misses the first one. Strother 61% coming into today. Second one goes down, so Strother is on the board. Already 2 rebounds for Paris Strother as well. Here's Vanderschaft, that pitched out for Rodriguez. Shaw from 3, and Shea Shaw now 2 of 5 from the floor, and all 5 of those from beyond the arc. Wheatley off the screen from Callaway inside. Couldn't draw the foul, but Paris Strother finishes off the glass
UNLV with a decided rebound advantage so far, 12-4. Second chance points, 6-0 for the Lady Rebels.
Johnson coming over, help side, looked like Strother got a piece of it. Tipped out, Pawakoa gets a look, and she can't knock down the three, but there is Lexi Dare on the putback. So the first second chance points of the day for Boise State.
Boise State started the game hitting 5 of his first 6 shots. They've only made 1 out of 5 in this second quarter.
Dylan Gonzalez couldn't get that to go off the backboard. 9-point lead for UNLV, pushed ahead. A nice catch and pass from Shaw, and Vanderschaft finishes. Wheatley with it for UNLV. And we're going to have a blocking foul called, and it'll be 2 shots coming for Nikki Wheatley.
Number 10, Jai Rodriguez, that's her first personal.
Wheatley, 63% shooter at the line. 7th in the conference in rebounding, averaging 6.3 per game. As she knocks down the first free throw.
By hitting that free throw, Nikki Wheatley just became the 8th Lady Rebel to score in this game already. And we're not even 13 minutes into the game.
Every player that has checked in for UNLV has scored now. And that one spins home for Nikki Wheatley. 2 for 2 at the line. Lead back up to 9. Jordan Tully is in the game for Boise State, as we had nearly a line change there for Gordy Presnell's Broncos. That ball skipped across. Ermita's 3. Too strong. Wheatley with a board. She's got 3 of those. Gonzalez. Rodriguez overplayed her. She got it back, as that one wouldn't go down, and off of Ali Rhodey last. So Wheatley looks like she's going to pick up. Now she'll back off now of Rodriguez. Tully will set the screen for Rodriguez. Guarded by Strother. Tully inside, and she threw that one away. Not sure if that was a shot or a pass, but either way, it'll be UNLV ball. Rodriguez all over Johnson. Dakota comes off the screen. Strother left alone. She'll take the 3 straight on. That's short, and a foul inside is going to go against Mikkel Askew, pushing Ali Rhodey in the back. That is the 3rd in the quarter on Boise State. No look pass from Wheatley, but Brooke Johnson traveled. So Paris Strother, a good showing from the freshman. 3 points, 3 rebounds. She'll head to the bench as Jordan Bell checks back in. And after getting called for 14 fouls in the 4th quarter in Reno, UNLV has been whistled for just 1, as we are nearing the midway point of quarter number 2, and that'll be the 2nd foul. That one's going to come against Dakota Gonzalez inside.
Foul call number 12, Dakota Gonzalez. That's her first personal, first team foul.
One good news for the Lady Rebels, they've been doing a better job of keeping their key players out of foul trouble. That was never an issue on Saturday against Wolfpack. The free throws were, but getting players in foul troubles wasn't. And so far, they've done a good job of that today.
It was equal opportunity for the game in Reno. Everybody had 3 or 2, I think, to finish that game. Ball stays with Boise State. Pawakoa will trigger the inbound. Johnson slipped. Dakota Gonzalez contesting, but Brooke Pawakoa knocks it down. 44% from 3. That's 7th best in the country. She only shoots 40% inside the arc. Wheatley inside, and a nice finish from Nikki Wheatley. And she was even impressed with herself after that one.
Nikki Wheatley in the full court almost very hard to stop. Boise could not get someone in front of her to slow her down enough on that play.
And I think we're going to have a foul. Wheatley, it is going to be on Wheatley. She grabbed Askew's jersey as Askew was setting a back screen on her.
First personal. Second team.
So Wheatley picks up her first. Shay Shaw is in for Jordan Tully.
Unneeded foul by Wheatley, but as we said, she's done a good job of not picking up any other fouls today, so she will stay in the game right now.
Looking inside, ball on the floor, and we're going to have a jump ball call, as that'll go to UNLV.
The Rebels are active, going after every loose ball. They've got this Boise State offense not flowing as well as it's used to.
First time these two teams met, there were only 21 total fouls called in that one. Nikki Wheatley was whistled for 3, but nobody else had more than 2 for either team. Bell around for Brooke Johnson. She can't hit the 3. Johnson, her first miss from beyond the arc. Askew running the floor, got a hand on it. Pauakoa lost it, and last touched by UNLV. 22 on the shot clock. Dylan Gonzalez going to check in here for Brooke Johnson.
Dylan Gonzalez back in for UNLV.
So Johnson goes to the bench, 10 points, 3 assists, that 1 foul, and 1 steal as well. Askew way too strong, and Dylan Gonzalez with the board. And it's Wheatley very quickly across half court. Boise State a good job of getting back. Dakota left alone for a second, but Shaw came closing out quickly. Wheatley in the corner, gets it inside to Rohde for Jordan Bell. Bell can't finish, never hit the rim. Boise State comes away with the loose ball. Shaw has missed her last 3 3-pointers, passed that one up. Ermita, nice dump off inside, and Askew is able to finish. Mikkel Askew up to 8 points, as her teammates have done a great job finding her inside. Here's Dylan Gonzalez. Broncos in that 2-3 zone. Dylan will drive, 5 on the shot clock. Bounce pass, Rohde beats the shot clock, and a good job from Allie Rohde to go down and grab that and get it back up off the glass before the shot clock expired. Shaw will take the 3 off the dribble, and that'll be her 3rd 3 of the day. 3 of 6 from beyond the arc for 9 points. Shaw, 26% shooter from 3 coming into today. Jordan Bell. Shot clock, single digits again. Gonzalez, tough shot. Saved by Dakota, and she rifled it at the Boise State bench thinking Nikki Wheatley was going to stay in the corner. But that will take us to a timeout. UNLV a 5-point lead over Boise State. 34-29 your score. 3:10 to go here in this first half, as it's been a great start for UNLV offensively. Just 4 of 13 in this quarter, but 13 of 28 overall. That's 46%. Boise State shooting 50%, but the Broncos 2 more turnovers than UNLV so far. And the Lady Rebels with 7 offensive rebounds in this game.
Now we're seeing a 2-3 zone, but looking to trap out of that zone now.
Pawakoa, you got to watch for in this zone. Swings that bounce pass in. Askew trying to finish, and she drew a foul. Believe they're going to get Callaway from behind. It is on Amy Callaway.
Foul number 0, Amy Callaway. First personal.
Tyler Bischoff and Mark Wasick here on the Mountain West Network, as Askew will go to the line. Misses that, a 54% shooter from the floor, 78% shooter at the line. Boise State as a team, 75% from the free throw line. That's second to only Utah State in the conference, as Askew knocks down the second one. Boise State stays in its 2-3. Oh, excuse me, that's a 1-3-1. So Boise State has changed its defense. So they have cut this lead down to 4 very slowly in this quarter. That ball knocked out of play. It'll stay with UNLV, but just 7 on the shot clock. Seems like every possession, shot clock's getting down to single digits for UNLV. So Johnson back in, looking to attack right away. Dakota puts the jumper up, no good. Rohde goes and gets it, and Allie Rohde, an offensive board and a putback for the senior, pushes that lead back up to 6. UNLV led by as many as 11 in this quarter.
When Allie is on her game, she can be dominant inside, and so far she's been that in the first half for UNLV.
Offensive foul, Dakota Gonzalez coming over on the rotation, draws the charge, as that'll be another turnover.
And even bigger, that's now 2 fouls on Askew. She may have to sit out for the rest of the half.
2 minutes to go in this quarter. Askew, the number 2 scorer for Boise State, 12.7 a game. She had 15 in Boise State's loss to New Mexico. Broncos didn't play over the weekend. Last time they played was last Wednesday, so they've had a week off to prepare for this game. Callaway working inside there, and we're going to have that tipped and out of play off of Joyce Harrell of the Broncos. Johnson will inbound it. She might play this off the back of Ermita. Allie Rohde inside off the glass. So Allie Rohde is up to 9 points and 5 boards here in the first half. Screen. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to point out, we talked about the game Allie's having so far. She has not reached double figures in almost a month. January 30th against San Diego State, she's already at 9.
Loose ball inside, and we're going to have a jump ball called that'll go to Boise State. I believe since she came back from her injury, she's only had 10 or more points one time. That was the game on January 30th. Six-point lead for UNLV. Pawakoa inside. Kick back out. Ermita will take the 3, and she buries it. Big shot there for the freshman. Kathy Olivier wants a timeout with 51 seconds to go in the quarter. Boise State's cut the lead down to 3. We'll take a break and come back with this after this. back here in Las Vegas. 3-point lead. It'll be UNLV ball. Under a minute to go here in this half. As Brooke Johnson will bring it up. Lexi Dare is in for Boise State. Johnson takes the handoff. Shot clock down to 14. Lady Rebels had a chance to go 2 for 1, but took too long. Rhodey skip pass intercepted. Marta Ermita the other way. Finds Pauakoa, and Pauakoa put it off the bottom of the rim, and UNLV can hold for the last shot.
Well, at the very least, UNLV will take the lead in the halftime. Let's see if they can extend the lead here, though.
Johnson left alone in the corner, buries the 3. And the Boise State bench yelling at their defense to get up on Gonzalez and Johnson. They leave Brooke Johnson alone. She knocks down the 3, and UNLV has a 6-point lead. We have a special feature on Paris Strother coming up for you, but we will take a break and come back with more.
For Lady Rebel Paris Strother, wearing pink during games has become familiar over the years. Breast cancer awareness is more than just a cause for the 6'2" freshman. It hits home. The Las Vegas native who starred at Liberty High School, roughly 15 minutes from UNLV, lost her mother Lourdes on August 24, 2011 after a courageous battle with breast cancer. Affectionately known as Cookie to her closest friends and family, Lourdes was called home just 5 days before Paris's first day of high school. Ever since, Paris has dedicated her basketball career to her mother's memory. So when the Lady Rebels took the court this past Wednesday against Air Force for their annual Play for K night, it was the first time Strother donned a pink uniform as a college player, and she played with a heavy heart. Strother, an all-state selection for 3 years at Liberty, generally has the biggest cheering section at home games since she is the hometown favorite on the squad. Wednesday was no different, with her local fan base wearing her personalized Fear the Bun shirts that promote breast cancer awareness or other pink gear. Her fans were not only there to see her, but to honor an amazing woman who raised 3 children with her husband Lee. She helped run the Las Vegas Sentinel-Voice, the state's only black newspaper, which was founded by her husband's parents. More than anything, though, Cookie was devoted to her family. She was Paris's #1 fan and never missed a chance to see her daughter shine while she played AAU basketball for former Runnin' Rebel Wes Reed. Strother, a key reserve in the front court who generally steps in for senior Allie Rhodey, said she always feels her mother's presence during games. Which isn't surprising since Cookie Strother's radiant smile and intoxicating personality lives on through her daughter. It's her mother's spirit that gives Strother inspiration on game day.
I mean, sometimes if I'm down and stuff, I'll talk to her. But if I'm good, then I just think about her. I keep her with me, and that's it. Oh, it helps a lot. It's always like kind of a void. So having them support me is very helpful, them being her sisters, and just even my dad and my brother and my sister, because we all went through it together. So they're a big help as well.
Coach Kathy Olivier doesn't think of Strother as a freshman any longer, mainly because of her maturity on and off the court, but also because of her basketball knowledge. Olivier said Strother is one of the smartest freshmen she's ever coached.
I mean, for us with Paris Strother, it's an amazing story. I mean, it's a horrible story, but it's amazing in the fact that from what I've heard, Paris is just like her mom. And I've heard so many positive things about Cookie, and I think about Paris, and she's just a special young lady. I mean, for so many reasons, she's Super intelligent, she gets good grades. She's driven academically, she's driven on the basketball court, and for her to continue to play, I think it's great because I know that her mom is watching, and her mom is so proud of her daughter because she's an amazing young lady.
Though Strother finished with just 4 points in 17 minutes in Wednesday's game, she was easily the biggest player in the brightest spotlight for her friends and family.
in Las Vegas as referees confused as to either whose ball it should be or which direction they'll be going. Boise State got the last jump ball. Oh, maybe she's asking about the red lights on the backboard, I assume, are the red lights she's asking about. But it was a 6-point lead for UNLV after 20 minutes. Brooke Johnson with 13 points to lead the way for UNLV. Brooke Powakoa, usually the leading scorer for the Broncos, just 3 points on 1 of 4 shooting in that first half. So underway, Tyler Bischoff, Mark Wasick here on the Mountain West Network as the Lady Rebels will have the ball to start the third quarter. Broncos back into their 1-3-1 zone. Callaway will catch, look inside for Rohde, and Allie Rohde over Shea Shaw, and it's 2 quick points for the center.
Boise State actually played that play well, but the height of UNLV at that time, their post players, that's what made that play happen.
Powakoa had some space. Rodriguez, nice find to Ermita. Ermita can't hit, ball tipped inside. UNLV will control it. Jai Rodriguez, the point guard for the Broncos, had 6 assists in that first half. Powakoa had 3 as well.
That was only the 19th rebound for UNLV. Normally they average well over 40, but Boise only 11 rebounds in the first half.
That will eventually drop in for Dakota Gonzalez. As Askew running the floor well, she finishes over Dakota as Mikkel Askew beat Allie Rohde down the floor that time. Here's Brooke Johnson with it. Callaway will set the screen. Here's Callaway. Kicks it out. Wheatley pump fakes on the 3. She'll take a pull-up jumper way short, but fell right into the hands of Allie Rohde, and Brooke Powakoa had her arm pinned down. But I'm still amazed every time Nikki Wheatley gets somebody to bite on a pump fake. Although, what is she shooting? Much better, much better. It's 21% from 3 this year.
She made a 3 this year. That's well above what she was last year, when I believe she was 0 for, I believe it was 10 or 12. So the fact that she made 1 is much better than last year, that alone.
Rohde misses the first free throw. She's got 11 and 7 for UNLV. Puts home the second one.
Rohde definitely out to one of her best games of the year. She has 5 double-doubles coming in tonight. At this rate, it will be number 6.
That ball tipped by Amy Callaway will force Powakoa to recover near half court. Dribble handoff, Rodriguez. Ermita gets into the paint. This will be Powakoa. Askew with the offensive board. 4 offensive rebounds for the Broncos. Here's Ermita in the corner. Shaw will take the 3, and Shea Shaw can't get it to go. Ball last touched by Brooke Johnson. It'll stay with the Broncos.
Couple of tough rebounds that time. Boise State's come up with the ball both times, but UNLV is keeping them off the scoreboard as well.
Askew catches, trying to finish over Rohde, and does. Kel Askew, 13 points. 6 of 8 shooting for the senior. Wheatley going off the dribble. Step back jumper, and is short again. So Wheatley 4 points, 1 of 6 shooting. Hasn't been a great day for her offensively. Rodriguez had it knocked away and off of her foot last. Turnover number 10 for the Broncos.
We get Paris Strother in the game now, first time in the second half. Allie Rohde will be taking a short break. Right, we see the Broncos in man-to-man. They played zone most of the first half.
Kicked out Gonzalez, the pull-up. It's no good. Ermita. Johnson was, or Gonzalez gets back to knock that away. Pauakoa was alone in the corner. But a nice job from Dakota Gonzalez to get back and prevent what would have been an open three-pointer for the 44% shooter.
You have to work to score on this Lady Rebel team. They are always flying around the ball.
Askew now working on Strother. Callaway comes with a double. Pauakoa picked up her dribble. Here's Shaylin Shaw, and Shaw off the front of the rim, the sophomore from Reno. Cuts the lead down to 5. Shaw has 11 points. Dylan Gonzalez into the game. She comes off the screen. Finds Strother inside, but Strother mishandled it, and we've got a jump ball that'll go to Boise State.
It's a good thought, but I'm not sure if Paris was quite ready for that pass. It didn't look like she expected it. This is a key stretch for UNLV right now. They have 2 starters on the bench. They can't give up this lead right now and give Boise State any momentum.
There's Ermita looking inside, and it's Mikkel Askew again. She's got 15 points, and Kathy Olivier wants a timeout as Boise State has cut this lead to 3. We'll step aside. Back here in Las Vegas, Tyler Bischoff, Mark Wasik with you. So New Mexico dropped a 1-point game to Colorado State. The Rams now 15-0 in Mountain West play. But that loss means a win for UNLV would put them into 5th place in the conference, which is in the territory of first round bye for the Mountain West tournament. But also Utah State knocked off UNR, meaning if UNLV loses this game, they'll fall all the way back to 7th place in the Mountain West. Offensive foul coming there against Amy Callaway. But the top 4 in this conference seems relatively settled. Colorado State's going to be the 1 seed more than likely, Fresno State the 2, and then Boise State and San Jose State battling for that 3 seed. 2-game difference between San Jose State and New Mexico, UNLV, and Utah State at the moment. Gonzalez off the screen. Like she got away with a travel. Scoop shot no good. Strother the offensive board. And it's Paris Strother again. She's got 5 points now for UNLV.
Big basket by Paris there, extending the lead, although the Broncos just scored there to cut back to 3, but UNLV does not want to give up this lead while they're resting Wheatley and Rhodey on the bench.
Paris Strother had 12 points in the season opener against Southern Utah. She gets it inside and the foul. Strother's going to go to the line. She's got 7 now on the day for UNLV.
Best thing we're seeing from these freshmen, they're getting more confidence every time, and they're knowing now that if they get that ball in that position, just go up with it. They're not scared to take that chance.
And that will take us to the media timeout. 5-point lead for UNLV. Paris Strother will be at the line when we come back. (50-45) your score, as Paris Strother, the freshman, is going to head to the line in her pink shoes. Saw at halftime that feature on Paris Strother. And her mother passed away from cancer before Strother started high school. Can't convert the three-point play. Boise State will have the ball down 3.
Very tight man-to-man defense from the Lady Rebels here.
Pawakoa guarded by Gonzalez, skips it over. Ermita driving baseline. Pawakoa, nice cut. Can't hit the 3 though, and the ball saved by Gonzalez, loose. Callaway comes away with it. Johnson driving in, kick out. Frozen Callaway's hands, and UNLV will reset. Johnson left alone though. Pump fake will take the jumper, no good. Offensive board, Callaway missed it. Easy putback there for Amy Callaway, and she couldn't put it home. Rodriguez knocks down the 3. Jai Rodriguez is shooting 33% from 3, but is the lowest scoring starter for Boise State, averaging 6.7 points per game.
That last 2 trips is what UNLV cannot have if they want to pull away with this win. You have an easy basket, you miss it, and give up a quick 3 on the other side.
Broncos back into the 1-3-1. That ball to the corner. It's Dylan Gonzalez, and that rims out. But tipped around, and Amy Callaway is going to go to the free throw line.
Broncos number 2, Shay Shaw, having her first personal, 13 foul.
Looks like both teams are going to make 2 changes. Amy Callaway at the line, 2 points for Amy Callaway, 58% shooter this year. Knocks down the first one. Callaway averaging just 6.2 points per game.
It's the 3rd foul of the quarter for the Broncos, so 2 more, and then UNLV will be in the bonus the rest of the quarter.
Callaway goes 2 for 2, and Jordan Bell will check in for her. UNLV last in the Mountain West in assists per game at 9.8. They've already got 14 today. 10th in the conference out of 11 teams in field goal percentage at 35%. They're shooting 47% so far. Been an uncharacteristically good day on the offensive end, and that's a turnover. Dakota Gonzalez off the glass, and it's easy points for the Lady Rebels and up to a 6-point lead.
That's about the easiest steal she's ever going to get. Lexi just dribbled it right to her hands. Thought it was a teammate. Dakota took off with the layup.
Rodriguez gets in the lane, and a nice finish from the Spaniard, Jai Rodriguez. The point guard able to finish, and it's a 4-point lead for UNLV. Rodriguez now has 7 points and 7 assists. Ali Rhodey is back in. Jordan Bell with it. Johnson inside, and she answers. So Johnson's first bucket of the second half. She's up to 15 for the game. Hard hedge there from Jordan Bell. Rodriguez attacking Johnson. Gets all the way to the baseline, gives it up for Shaw. Kicked it out, no travel called as that ball was tipped. Now Pawakoa, shot clock down to 6, a jump stop. Ali Rhodey came over to make that a tough finish. As Gonzalez will get this one across half court for UNLV. Dakota from the corner. Off the back of the iron, and Rodriguez pushes, has Pawakoa in the corner, but she'll slow it up. Gets it to Pawakoa. That three is short, and we're going to foul go inside against UNLV as Jordan Tully. Oh no, it's going to go against Boise State and Jordan Tully. Tully was the one that ended up on the ground, but she's whistled for the foul.
Now our view is probably blocked to what actually happened to cause that foul, but that was good play by the freshman again, Jordan Bell, to draw that foul. Turnover for the Broncos, UNLV with the ball.
And they give it right back, and Rodriguez has a run out here. Dillon trying to recover, but Rodriguez will finish. Jai Rodriguez, 9 points now for Boise State. 56-52 your score, 45 seconds to go in the quarter. Gonzalez off the screen from Rhodey. Pull-up jumper, not even close as Lexi Dare comes down with the rebound. That ball pushed ahead, Tully running the floor, and out of play back to UNLV. And 29.8 on the clock, so Lady Rebels can't hold for the final shot.
I almost wonder if that Dakota shot on the other end was a try to go for 2 for 1, because that was a rush shot by Dakota. Normally
even for Dakota.
Even for Dakota, normally she's a little more set on her shot. So that looked maybe, let's try to get 2 and 1, which would have worked. Didn't get the points, but Boise doesn't score. UNLV can hold for the last shot now.
Johnson will take the handoff. Clock down to 14 now. Callaway comes out to set the screen. Johnson goes away from it. Kicks to Dylan Gonzalez. Over the hand of Shay Shaw. Dylan Gonzalez sends UNLV to the fourth quarter with a 59-52 lead, as the Lady Rebels will look to hold on to this fourth quarter lead when we come back. (59-52) your score after 3 quarters. UNLV had a big lead in their last game against UNR, but Gave up 34 points in the fourth quarter to the Wolfpack and dropped that one. UNLV has lost 4 of their last 5. Boise State has lost 3 straight. Here is Dakota Gonzalez to her sister Dylan, who hit a big 3 to end the third quarter. Rohde catches inside, working against Askew, right around her and off the backboard. Allie Rohde up to 14 points and 8 boards. Askew, her counterpart, 15 points, but 3 fouls against Mikkel Askew as she had to sit on the bench to end that third quarter. The Broncos come back and win. They will clinch a first-round bye in the Mountain West tournament. If UNLV holds on, they will move into 5th, which is the last spot to get a first-round bye. Ermita comes off the screen, and Marta Ermita knocks down the 3. Gives a fist pump after that as she'll pick up Brooke Johnson, 3/4 court.
There's no doubt Boise's going to keep scoring. UNLV will have to keep up with them. They need to get points in this fourth. They can't just hold on to this lead.
Dakota went around Rodriguez, but I think Jai Rodriguez knocked that out of her hand. It'll stay with the Lady Rebels, 15 on the clock. Ermita is into double figures after that 3. She's got 11. Shaw has 11. Askew has 15 to lead the way for Boise State. For UNLV, Johnson has 15, Rohde 14, and Dakota Gonzalez with 10. Rohde inside again, and she is taking it to Mikkel Askew. Here in this fourth quarter, Allie Rohde now leading all scorers with 16 points. Rodriguez against Johnson. Kicks this one out. Here's Lexi Dare. And we're going to have a foul going, I believe, on Amy Calloway. Oh, no, it's going to go against Brooke Johnson. So that'll be Johnson's second. So Johnson and Calloway have 2. Brooke Pawakoa has 2 for Boise State, and Askew, the only player with 3. Dare hits the first free throw. As Nikki Wheatley checks back in for Dylan Gonzalez. That one falls for Lexi Dare. 63-57, your score.
Now the way the Broncos hit their 3-pointers, you got to figure UNLV wants at least a 6-point lead this entire quarter because the Broncos can get points in bunches.
Johnson, and she's going to be called for an offensive foul. So that'll be 2 fouls in about a minute on Brooke Johnson. She's got 3 for the game. Boise State 40% from 3 today, 8 of 20. But their last 3 weeks have really struggled shooting the ball, just 23% from 3 in the last 3 weeks of play. They've had a much better performance today, led by Marta Ermita's 3 for 5 performance from beyond the arc. Here's Shaw, baseline pass, stolen away by Calloway. Brooke Johnson pushing ahead around Rodriguez, and the foul is going to go against Jai Rodriguez and put Brooke Johnson at the free throw line. That is going to be foul number 2 on Rodriguez, and it'll put Johnson an 85% shooter at the line. That is second best in the Mountain West.
Just her first trip to the line today, knocks down the first one. If she's able to hit the second, that'll put the lead back to 8 for UNLV.
She does hit it, and Brooke Johnson is now up to 17 points.
That's now 37 points for the sophomore in the last 2 games after 20 up in Reno on Saturday.
Lexi Dare inside, her scoop shot blocked away by Amy Calloway. Lady Rebels have swatted 3 shots today. Boise State is yet to get one. Ermita came off the screen, and foul is going to be called. No, they're going to change it to a travel. Travel is called on Ermita.
Good job, UNLV defensively. They're forcing her to get in the air, had nowhere to go, and that's what led to that turnover.
Johnson with it. Off the screen from Callaway. Shot clock at 11. Trying to lob that one into Rhodey. Last touch, and it'll go back to Boise State.
I was about to say a lucky break for UNLV. I thought they were going to give the ball. It looked like it went off Boise. Unfortunately, turnover for UNLV was not ready for that pass to the post.
Callaway coming with the double there on Ermita. Shaw drives baseline. Jai Rodriguez puts in another three, and Rodriguez with 12 points in the game, 10 in the second half. She's hit 2 3-pointers. Point guard not usually relied on for scoring for Boise State, coming up big. Backdoor cut. Dakota finally came away with it. That was short. Rhodey couldn't quite control that offensive board. 5-point lead. Broncos can get this down to 1 possession. Lexi Dare. And she can't hit the three. Shaw over the top there of Brooke Johnson, and it's another opportunity for Boise State. And it's a turnover. Ermita threw it right to her bench as Rodriguez went for a backdoor cut.
Sometimes the pressure of playing from behind so long gets to you on some plays. That time, Boise State perhaps pressing a little bit, working too hard to make something happen.
Brooke Pawakoa is back in the game. Has 2 fouls, but is just 1 for 9 today. 1 of 6 from 3-point range. Inside, Wheatley on the post up, and Ermita blocked it. As it'll stay with UNLV. 5-point lead. As Wheatley will take this out for the Lady Rebels. 14 on the shot clock. Dakota cut in there. Able to control. Brooke drives inside. Way too strong off the glass. A nice move, but couldn't get that under control. Did not hit the rim. Nikki Wheatley's probably going to have to put this one up. She will fire. It got blocked, and it's a shot clock violation. So Marta Ermita is going to get 2 block shots on that possession. Lead is still at 5. Ball screen for Ermita. Hard head. Shaw's going to look to attack, and it's going to be a turnover. Askew couldn't handle the pass. Neither team scoring as Johnson pushes it up. Callaway thought about the 3, but gives it up. Gonzalez inside, and she'll go to the line for 2.
Good move by Dakota, getting inside. Almost had that shot fall in, but will be at the line. Dakota has turned herself into one of the better free throw shooters in the conference as of late. Struggled at the line in the first 2 months, and conference play has been outstanding.
She is up to 74% on the year.
Dakota Gonzalez at free throw line, shooting 2.
And knocks down the first one. 6-point lead. Dakota had 23 against Boise State in the first matchup. That is her career high. 7 of 18 shooting that day. She goes 2 for 2 at the line. She's got 12 today, 4 of 12 from the field. Shaw left alone. A 3 from the corner, no good. Pawakoa came in, and she touched that one last. Boise State has turned it over 4 times in the last 3.5 minutes. So we are nearing the 5-minute mark of this fourth quarter.
You look at the shooting for Boise, shooting 52%. You'd be surprised they're losing, but it's UNLV's ability to cause turnovers and score off those turnovers. That's been the key today.
And Dakota threw it between the legs there of Amy Callaway. That will take us to the media timeout. 7-point lead for UNLV with 4:58 to go. Back with the finish after this. Back here in Las Vegas, 67-60 your score. As we come down the stretch here in the Cox Pavilion, UNLV looking to hold on to this lead, which would put them into 5th place in the Mountain West. Would also take them to 500 at 8-8 in the conference. Just 2 games left after this for UNLV. Wyoming on Saturday, then a week off before, nearly a week off before finishing up the regular season against San Diego State here in the Cox Pavilion. Pawakoa off the screen. She can't hit a 3, and a foul's going to go against Rhodey. Askew grabbed that offensive board.
Just 3 fouls on the late Rebels in the quarter, though, so no shots on this. Ball be out of bounds in the basket for the Broncos.
Pawakoa, though, 1 for 10 from the floor today. Rodriguez gets into the lane, and Brooke Johnson's going to come away with it, and a nice crossover there as Jai Rodriguez almost had a chance to poke it right back. Wheatley will hold it up. Callaway with the screen. Here's Johnson, looked inside, now she'll drive. Johnson off the glass, and she will go to the line looking for a 3-point play and a double-digit lead for UNLV.
That's her first personal, 13th foul.
Johnson has 19 now for UNLV, 7 assists as well. She is 7 of 11 from the floor. Knocks down the free throw.
First back-to-back 20-point game for Brooke Johnson in her career.
Callaway got a hand in there. Shaw controls. Ermita off the dribble handoff. Tries to get to Pawakoa. Pawakoa inside. Short off the front of the rim. Wheatley comes away with it.
Now UNLV might try to run a little clock, which is now a 10-point lead. All of a sudden, this lead is up to 10. We're under 4 minutes left. They're going to run the offense. Don't need a quick shot.
Ball knocked away. Shot clock down to 12. Boise State hasn't scored in about 3.5 minutes. Callaway drives inside. Amy Callaway too strong. Pawakoa came in, and that's going to be last touch by UNLV. Kathy Olivier yelling for a touch. I do think that went off of Marta Ermita's hand last.
It was still a good defensive play by Dakota, though. Stopped any kind of fast break.
10-point lead for UNLV. Under 3.5 to play. Rodriguez has been hot in this second half. 10 points in the half. Finds Ermita, and Marta Ermita. She is 4 for 6 from downtown, and Gordy Presnell is going to take a timeout. Broncos down by 7. We'll take a break. (70-63) your score here in Las Vegas. It'll be UNLV's ball after Marta Ermita buried a 3-pointer. Ermita has 14 points, as Boise State has 4 starters in double digits. The only one not Brooke Pawakoa, the leading scorer on the season with just 3. Wheatley guarded by Rodriguez. Shot clock down to 10. Rhodey posting up inside, going at Askew. That's stuffed by Mikkel Askew. Loose ball. Wheatley ran it down, out of bounds to Boise State. Would have been a shot clock violation anyway.
Now, UNLV did not get points out of that play, but they did run the clock down. However, they can't do that strategy every possession now. They are going to need to get a couple points or a couple stops on the Broncos. You don't want to trade 3s for 0s every time.
Rodriguez just does get it across half court Wheatley defending her. Ermita left alone. Marta Ermita again. 5 of 7 for the freshman as Marta Ermita has 17 points. Lead is down to 4 after back-to-back threes. Callaway driving in off the bottom of the backboard. Came away with it, never hit the rim. Johnson left alone. She'll take a 3. Brooke Johnson answers. Ermita gets it up over Ali Rhodey. That one didn't touch anything. Saved by Pauakoa, and Gonzalez comes away. Rhodey all alone. Ali Rhodey puts it home. 9-point lead for UNLV, and a timeout taken by Boise State as a quick 5 points from the Lady Rebels pushes the lead back up to 9 with 1:45 to go. As Ali Rhodey now has 18 points. Brooke Johnson with 23. Johnson's career high is 25, so she's not far away. Ali Rhodey's career high, 21. So both of those players nearing career high marks, and both probably not going to get into a double-double, but close. Johnson has 7 assists, Rhodey 18 rebounds. But Marta Ermita hit back-to-back threes to cut the lead down to 4 points, but then Brooke Johnson buried a 3, and Ali Rhodey outran everybody down the floor and laid one in. Quick 5-0 run for UNLV, and they'll pick up in the full court.
And now all the pressure is on the Broncos. UNLV, as long as they don't foul and give them a lot of quick threes, this game should be in their hands.
Pauakoa came off the screen. She'll drive, and just her second made shot of the day off the glass. Wheatley will catch.
We should also mention, if Boise decides that they need to start fouling, there's only 3 team fouls too. They still have to foul 2 more times just to get UNLV on the line.
Johnson comes off the dribble handoff. Out near half court, shot clock down to 8. Rodriguez reached in there trying to get a steal. Callaway have to put this one up off the rim, no good. We are under a minute to go. Rodriguez catches, she'll take the 3. Rodriguez nearly banked it home. Loose ball, Gonzalez comes away. That'll be the 4th foul on the Broncos, just the 2nd on Marta Ermita. But down 7, you got to imagine Boise State's going to foul here and put UNLV on the line. You don't want to foul Brooke Johnson or Dakota Gonzalez. They are 85 and 74% free throw shooters respectively. Kathy Olivier took a timeout before that ball got inbounded. So it's a 7-point lead. If you're UNLV, you almost want to have Nikki Wheatley taking this ball out of play, as Wheatley, 63% shooter, want to have her looking for Brooke Johnson or Dakota Gonzalez, who are again 85 and 74% shooters. Ali Rhodey is 66%, Amy Callaway just 58%. But it is a 7-point lead. UNLV as a team, they are 8th in the conference at 67% from the free throw line. And the referees now are going to take a look at something.
I think they're going to look and see if maybe exactly how much time was on the clock when the timeout was called. That's the only but I don't think they're going to change anything. I think they're good with whatever they saw. So.
Well, the refs are ready for play. So is Boise State. Kathy Olivier was milking every second of that timeout.
I think there's no doubt UNLV was ready to play all night long. I think they've been ready to play ever since the end of that Reno game. They've been looking to get that game, that taste out of their mouth. If they're able to pull off that win, I think they would have done that.
Callaway got it into Johnson, and Brooke Johnson traveled. She was double teamed in the corner, expecting a foul call. It never came. Tried to get out of it, and she's called for a travel. So it's a turnover and some life for Boise State.
Like, UNLV only has 3 fouls. They might want to foul once if they need to.
Rodriguez gets it in for Shaw. Shaw guarded by Callaway. Kicks it out. Rodriguez, a 3. That won't go down, and Dakota comes away with it. Gonzalez across half court, and she will take the foul as 3 Broncos surrounded her. It'll put Dakota Gonzalez at the free throw line.
Well, we talked about Dakota improving free throw percentage second half of the year. In Mountain West play, almost 80%, 79.6% at the free throw line for the sophomore.
That one rims out. Now 2 for 3 on the day from the free throw line for Dakota Gonzalez. UNLV is a team 12 of 16. Second one goes down. 8-point lead. Rodriguez and Ermita lost it. Looking where to go with the ball before she caught it, and it'll be a turnover back to the Lady Rebels with 21.6 seconds to go. Ball into Brooke Johnson again, and she is fouled and will go to the line. She can match her career high if she knocks down both of these free throws. Johnson had 25 against Texas A&M Corpus Christi. She knocks down the first one.
What's probably even more impressive about this one, look at her shooting percentages. 8 of 12 from the floor tonight for Johnson. 4 of 5 3-point line.
And perfect at the free throw line as the lead is 10. Shaw will take the 3. That rims out, an offensive rebound. Ball worked around Pauakoa with it. Kicks it out. Jai will put one up. Rodriguez, it won't fall, and the clock will run out. UNLV, a 78-68 win over Boise State. Lady Rebels moving to 5th place in the Mountain West. Boise State has now lost 4 straight as they fall to 9-6 in the Mountain West. UNLV improves to 8-8, now 11-3 at home here at the Cox Pavilion.